Ever wondered why our boy Satoru Gojo is always rocking that blindfold? Well, strap in because the real deal is far from what you'd think. Some of you might guess he's hiding an injury or some spooky cursed spirit thing under those bandages. But nah, the actual story behind Gojo's forever blindfolded eyes is way cooler, and it's all tied up with his kick-ass sorcerer powers. You know how in Jujutsukaisen characters have these weird physical features that are actually clues about their cursed spirit stuff? Well, Gojo's blindfold definitely gets you thinking, but let's get this straight. He's not hiding a curse or an injury. Actually, it's the complete opposite. Gojo's blindfold is his secret weapon, a way to crank up his power. Yeah, you heard it right. When he blocks out his sight, he gets even more into his sorcerer zone. Sounds strange to us, but for Gojo, it's a must-do to max out his cursed energy powers. And how awesome does it make him that he can handle the world and fight curses without even seeing? Just think about it. So in sync with your powers that you willingly ditch one of your senses. Crazy cool, right? This just shows how skilled, in control, and confident Gojo is with his powers. His blindfold isn't a weakness, it's a symbol of his insane strength and unmatched control over his cursed energy. So, the secret behind Gojo's blindfold isn't about injury or something odd. It's a story of power, control, and doing whatever it takes to reach top-level skills. It's a clever move, proving just how exceptional a sorcerer he is. So it's not about being blind or cursed, it's all about the power, baby. Ever thought about what makes Satoru Gojo such a big deal at the Tokyo Metropolitan Curse Technical College? Yeah, Jujutsukaisen totally nails the combo of spooky action and everyday life drama in its portrayal of this one-of-a-kind school. Among all the wild characters, Satoru Gojo is the big cheese, a teacher everyone looks up to. This ain't just because he's a walking encyclopedia. It's also because of his special grade status. What's that, you wonder? Well, it's like a gold star that shows his killer skills in jujutsu sorcery, a rank that puts him in a league of his at the young age of 28. Gojo has already hit a level of mastery that a lot of old-timer sorcerers can only dream about. This makes him a top-notch mentor to Yuji Itadori and the rest of the gang at the Curse Technical College. Just 28, and he's already a top-dog teacher, shaping the next wave of sorcerers. What's the secret sauce that makes Satoru Gojo the top dog in the jujutsu world? Now that's something every Jujutsukaisen fan has scratched their heads over. The answer, my friend, is in his one-of-a-kind knack for messing with cursed energy. This guy isn't just your run-of-the-mill sorcerer. He's a maestro of cursed energy manipulation, a trick that needs a ton of control and know-how. This lets him twist and turn the energy around him like it's Play-Doh, making him a tough cookie to crack for anyone who dares ruffle his feathers. But you know what's even cooler? His skill to mix positive and negative cursed energy, that's as uncommon as it is kick-ass. This mix gives us a reverse curse technique, a super advanced level of cursed energy manipulation that only a handful can pull off. But Gojo doesn't stop at just that. In the Jujutsukaisen world, domain expansion is like the superpower of a sorcerer. Most sorcerers can only pull this off once a day. Gojo, though, laughs in the face of this rule and can do this multiple times, showing off his insane energy stashes and control. His talent in cursed energy manipulation isn't just his brute strength. It's the sly way he uses his abilities. His command over reverse curse techniques lets him launch attacks that are almost impossible to see coming or block, giving him a huge advantage in battles. Plus, Satoru Gojo is the first guy in over 100 years to have both the Limitless and Six-Eye techniques. Mix these two with his cursed energy manipulation and you get a guy who's nearly impossible to beat. The Limitless lets him mess with space itself, and the Six-Eye gives him super sharp perception, making his attacks pinpoint accurate. His skills are top-notch, making him the undisputed champ of sorcerers in the series. Though, his journey to mastering these abilities is a tale of grit, commitment, and a deep dive into the heart of cursed energy. Did you know that Satoru Gojo has this crazy technique that's been down in his family? This trick, called the Limitless technique, shows just how cool the Gojo family is in the world of magic. It's not just some random power, it's a legacy that's kept going for generations. This Limitless technique lets him mess around with space itself. Might sound a bit out there, but it's super versatile and powerful. Satoru uses the Limitless technique in all sorts of ways. Sometimes he uses it to push away energy forces and gravity centers, making huge. Other times he makes a vacuum out of nothing. He even uses it to twist space and energy paradoxes, making it look like he's messing with time. The Limitless technique shows off Satoru's smarts and how powerful his family is, The limitless technique isn't just a power, it's a legacy. Ever wondered why Satoru Gojo doesn't just jump in and save the day every time? Ain't because he's scared. I can tell you that. The guy's a powerhouse. Satoru Gojo is one of the big dogs in the world of jujutsukaisen, with power that just doesn't quit. But what makes him really special is how he deals with while others would use their power to boss people around. Gojo goes a different way. He sees himself as a coach, a guide, a big brother to the new generation of sorcerers. He's all about letting the young ones have their shot at the title. That's why he doesn't just bust in and handle every fight. Gojo hangs back, lets the new sorcerers have a go at it, learn the ropes. He gets that real growth comes from taking on challenges head on, not hiding behind someone else's power. By taking a step back, he lets the young ones have their moment in the spotlight, try their hand at the big leagues, see what they're really made of. That's not to say Gojo doesn't care about what's going down. Far from it, he's all in when it comes to the next generation. He'd go to the mat, even lay down his life, if it meant a better future for them. But he's not just looking to beat up the bad guys himself. He's all about raising up a generation of sorcerers who can hold their own, who can stand strong and protect their world. He's not just training fighters, he's raising up leaders, heroes, the guardians of tomorrow. In the end, Satoru Gojo's real strength ain't just about his raw power. It's about his devotion to the next generation. His actions say it all. He's not just a sorcerer, he's a guardian of the future. So, did you know our man Satoru Gojo can whip up barriers with his cursed energy? It's really wild, right? It's not just that he's a powerhouse when it comes to throwing around cursed energy. He's also pretty nifty when it comes to his defense game. Let's chat about the different barrier techniques our boy Gojo is a total boss at. These techniques are super important in his bag of tricks, giving him all sorts of ways to go on the attack or put up a defense. And they're a big part of why he's the top dog among jujutsu sorcerers. One of Gojo's coolest tricks is his limitless cursed energy. This move, which comes from his big shot Gojo family, lets him mess with space itself. He can use it to push back attacks or to throw out some majorly destructive forces. The limitless cursed energy move is so insane that people often mix it up with time manipulation. Another nifty trick Gojo has up his sleeve is the infinity. This move lets him create a space between him and anyone trying to throw down where their attack just slows down until it never reaches him. Basically, you can't touch Gojo, which just hammers home why he's the strongest. And then there's his Domain Expansion Unlimited Void move. This move floods anyone caught in it with so much info they can't do anything but get trapped in an endless void. This just goes to show how deep and varied Gojo's abilities are. And it's not just about him being super powerful. He's also got a really deep understanding and tight control over his cursed energy, which lets him use his techniques in all sorts of situations. That makes him a tough matchup and a reliable defender. Our man Satoru Gojo's not just about offense, he's got defense down pat too. His command of barrier techniques shows off his versatility and skill, making him a major player in the world of jujutsukaisen.